Hi, I'm Jim and I was retired. A lot of people have subscribed to this channel in the past month as I've been getting ready for Medicare in 2025. But this channel has a lot more to offer. I began this channel in January 2021 when I was 64 to share lessons learned after 5 years of a forced early retirement. Now, in this video, I'll cover 3 keys to my DIY retirement. Stay tuned. Now, the first key to my DIY retirement that you'll see on several of the videos is to say no to AUM, Asset Under Management. When I was retired, just before I turned 59, I did the math, knew that I had enough assets to be retired and support my wife and I in retirement, but I did not have enough to be paying 1% of my assets every year to a financial advisor. After 30 years, that'd be almost $250,000 that would go to somebody else's pockets and not my retirement. So I said no to AUM loud and clear and learned to do it myself. Now, I first asked for free advice from trusted financial advisors and learned about financial planning myself. And I decided early on that if I do go to a certified financial planner, it'll be an advice-only planner for a one-time fee. Frankly, I haven't had to do that because I've gotten enough insights from trusted financial advisors and from what I've learned on my own that I don't need to pay for advice. I think it's good to check your facts with others, have discussions, that's great, but pay for advice only if you need to and only as a advice only, not an asset under management. So the second big key to my DIY retirement is Social Security filing strategies. I'm waiting for 70 because we are planning for 2. Now, throughout my career, I was the major salary earner in our family. My wife had a part-time professional job and raised our children. So she's contributed far less into the Social Security system than I have, and she will count on spousal benefits. So we're waiting for 70 for me so that she can wait until 67 for her spousal benefits. And that way she'll be assured of getting 50% of the benefit that I would have received at full retirement age, which was 66 and 4 months for me. But I'm waiting for 70 primarily because since she's 4 years younger than I am, she will eventually count on my survivor benefit. And I want to maximize the survivor benefit for her when I'm gone. Waiting for 70 guarantees her the maximum survivor benefit that I could provide for her. Now, if you are single, then you're planning for one, and you should plan accordingly. And if your circumstances require you to start Social Security at 62, either for health or financial reasons, that's the right decision for you. But if you are married, you should plan together. And in some cases, there may be a wife out there that's earned more than her husband in Social Security wages because the husband was a craftsman and contributed less to Social Security than she did. There are circumstances out there where the wife is the larger earner. Plan accordingly. You can figure it out. There are free tools that I've referenced in prior videos, like this one up here. Figure out the best strategy for your circumstances, whether you're single or married. If you are divorced, there are other circumstances. I can't talk to those because that's not my circumstances, but you can figure it out in a DIY retirement. Now, the third key to my DIY retirement is a 3-bucket strategy for our investments and keeping expenses very low with low-cost ETFs primarily. Now, when I was retired 1 month before I turned 59, I was glad that I had a cash cushion and I knew where expenses were going to come from for the next couple years. Up to 3 years, ideally, if you have cash and cash equivalents, then you're protected if you suddenly find yourself retired, as I was. But it's also something to keep in your retirement portfolio. I don't have to worry about where the market is heading. Now, in my retirement three-bucket system, I know where expenses are going to come from for the next 3 years. They're going to come from bucket one, and that'll be cash and equivalents that I've queued up in either taxable or tax-deferred accounts. And then I have bucket two with income-producing assets equivalent to 5 years worth of expenses. And these are assets that I don't have to sell if they're down because they're producing income, interest or dividends, and I can let them sit producing income until I'm ready to sell them. And then bucket three holds primarily equity investments in tax-deferred and tax-free accounts that I can let sit for up to 9 years to wait to sell them when they're up as opposed to selling when they're down. Now, I can sell out of bucket three to replenish bucket one or two if the market is up and it requires some rebalancing, but I have equity here that I don't need to touch for up to 9 years. Now, in addition to those time buckets, I think about my assets in three tax buckets: taxable accounts, tax deferred assets. Now, these are primarily our 401ks and IRAs, tax deferred accounts where most of our retirement savings are held. And then there are tax-free accounts, Roth accounts that my wife and I have. Now, we've transferred money from tax-deferred accounts into tax-free accounts, and these will not be taxed when we pull money out of them. We look at assets in all three of the time buckets and all three of the tax buckets, and I've worked out a spreadsheet that does that. Now, if you don't have your own spreadsheet to do that, you can go to my Google Sites and download a version for free. I am not selling a course instructing you how to do this. I'm sharing my lessons learned, and I hope you'll take advantage of them. Those are the three keys to my DIY retirement, and I'm sharing them freely as one educated consumer to another. And if you like entertaining ideas from a DIY retiree, please like and subscribe and share this channel with others. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. I won't cover Medicare for a while now that I'm set for 2025, but please come back for other topics. I'll put some links in the notes below to some of my highly popular videos on this channel on these three keys to my DIY retirement. Stay tuned. See you next week.